In an age where consumerism is promoted through every platform from social media to television living, below your means may sound outdated or even restrictive. But if there's one timeless strategy for building wealth that has stood the test of time, it's this: spend less than you earn. No matter your income level, adopting a lifestyle where your expenses are consistently lower than your earnings is one of the fastest, most reliable ways to accumulate financial stability and long-term wealth. But before we start, I will like you to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that whenever we drop a video like this, you become one of the first person to be notified. Living below your means is not about being miserly or denying yourself joy. Instead, it's about mastering discipline, practicing conscious spending, and prioritizing long-term freedom over short-term gratification. In this article, we'll explore what it means to live below your means, why it's such a powerful wealth-building tool, and how you can apply it practically in your life regardless of your current financial situation. What does it mean to live below your means? Living below your means simply means spending less money than you earn. If you make 300 a year, but spend 310 you're living beyond your means and heading for debt. If you make 30 and only spend 25 you're living below your means and creating a surplus. That surplus is what creates wealth over time. This strategy encourages budgeting wisely, cutting unnecessary expenses, avoiding debt, saving and investing, the difference. Living below your means is a mindset as much as it is a practice. It reflects a conscious choice to take control of your financial future rather than becoming a victim of lifestyle, inflation, and impulsive spending. Why it works. The core benefits. 1. Creates consistent savings. The biggest advantage of living below your means is that it automatically creates room for saving. These savings can be directed toward an emergency fund, retirement account, business investment, or other wealth building opportunities. Let's say you earn 500 per month and manage to live on 350. That's 150 you can save or invest each month. In 1 year, that adds up to 1.8 million. Over 10 years, with compounded investment returns, it could become a substantial sum that puts you ahead financially. 2. Shields you from debt. Debt is one of the biggest obstacles to wealth creation. By living below your means, you reduce your dependency on loans, credit cards, and payday advances. You're better prepared for emergencies and unexpected costs, so you don't need to borrow for every little crisis. Fewer debts mean less interest payments, which means more money stays in your pocket. Over time, this creates an upward spiral of financial confidence. 3. Gives you financial flexibility. When your expenses are lower than your income, you're free to make decisions without financial pressure. You can take a job you love instead of one you hate just for the paycheck. You can invest in assets, take calculated risks, or start a side business because your monthly budget isn't stretched to the limit. Financial flexibility gives you power to say no, to pivot, to rest, or to invest. 4. Supports long-term wealth building. Living below your means isn't just about saving money. It's also about multiplying that money. Once you build the habit of generating surplus cash, you can invest it in real estate, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, small businesses. These are the channels where wealth is created. The more consistent your savings, the more consistently you can invest and the wealthier you'll become over time. The psychology behind it. Many people resist living below their means because society often equates wealth with consumption. Fancy clothes, expensive vacations, and luxury cars are seen as symbols of success. But true wealth is not about how much you spend, it's about how much you keep and grow. This shift requires mental strength. It takes discipline to say no to a lifestyle upgrade even when you can afford it. But that same discipline is what separates people who stay stuck financially from those who achieve long-term success. Living below your means builds emotional intelligence. It teaches patience. It trains delayed gratification. It encourages contentment. It strengthens self-control. When these values guide your decisions, financial growth follows naturally. Lifestyle inflation, the wealth killer. One of the greatest threats to financial progress is lifestyle inflation. This happens when your spending increases as your income grows. For example, you get a raise and immediately upgrade your apartment, buy a new car, or increase your monthly entertainment spending. Instead of using the raise to save or invest, you expand your expenses to match your new income. The result? No real wealth accumulation. Living below your means fights lifestyle inflation. Even as your income increases, your lifestyle remains modest and controlled, allowing your wealth to compound over time. Before we proceed, like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss future content on money, mindset, and wealth creation. How to live below your means without feeling poor. 1. Track your income and expenses. Start by knowing exactly how much you earn and where your money goes. Use budgeting tools or apps like Mint, YNAB, or even simple spreadsheets. Once you understand your spending habits, you can identify areas to cut back without affecting your quality of life. 2. Prioritize needs over wants. Separate your true needs, housing, food, utilities, basic clothing, from your wants. Designer items, dining out, latest gadgets. Living below your means requires making smart choices that prioritize your financial goals over temporary pleasures. 3. Build a budget that works for you. A good budget doesn't deprive you, it empowers you. Use the 50-30-20 rule as a starting point. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% for savings and investments. Adjust these percentages depending on your income and goals. If you're aiming to build wealth faster, try saving 30% or more. 4. Cut unnecessary subscriptions and expenses. You might be surprised by how much you're spending on things you barely use: a gym membership, streaming services, or daily snacks. Eliminate or reduce them and redirect that money toward your savings or investments. 5. Automate savings and investments. Treat your savings like a bill. Automate transfers to your savings or investment accounts as soon as your income hits your account. This reduces the temptation to spend and makes building wealth effortless. 6. Avoid consumer debt. Avoid using credit cards for things you can't afford. If you must use credit, pay off the balance in full each month. The less interest you pay, the more wealth you preserve. 7. Embrace simplicity and gratitude. Focus on living a rich life, not a flashy one. Learn to enjoy simple, pleasure-shown cooked meals, nature, meaningful relationships, and personal growth. Gratitude can help shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance without increasing your expenses. Real-life example: the power of modest living. Consider this comparison. Person A earns 10,000 monthly, but spends 9,500. He drives a luxury car, lives in a high-end apartment, and constantly updates his wardrobe. He saves only 500 monthly. Person B earns 50 but lives on 30. He drives a used car, lives in a modest home, and rarely shops impulsively. He saves 20 monthly. After 5 years, person A will have saved 30. Person B will have saved 120. Despite earning half as much, person B is 4 times wealthier. That's the power of living below your means. Myths that hold people back. You need to earn more to save. Truth: if you can't manage small money wisely, big money won't help. Start with what you have. Frugality is boring. Truth: financial peace, freedom, and control are far more exciting than constant financial stress. You only live once, so enjoy now. Truth: yes, you only live once, which is why you should plan for a future where you're not dependent on others or stuck in financial struggle. Conclusion: living below your means is not about poverty or self-denial. It's about prioritizing your future. It's about choosing control over chaos, peace over pressure, and long-term wealth over short-term indulgence. In a world that pushes instant gratification, living below your means is a revolutionary act. But it's also the simplest, fastest, and most reliable way to build lasting wealth. The earlier you start, the greater the rewards. So choose wisely, spend mindfully, save intentionally, invest consistently, and watch your wealth grow. Before you go, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss future content on money, mindset, and wealth creation. Thanks for watching.